Lark Place was opened in 1957. It was built as a response by Salford Museum and Art Gallery to a lot of rebuild projects that were happening after the Second World War. So what happened was a lot of shop fronts that were getting taken down, and they took the shop fronts and the glass and they rebuilt the street to look like what it would have been like in Victorian times. So normally it's set to the year 1897, and the setting is just as the sun's gone down and the lights are being lit, the lamps on the street. So there's a mix on the street. Every shop that you see, all of them are actual shops that were in Salford. So the signage has all been kept the same. The only one that isn't quite the same shop is the music shop we have in there, which is actually another general store. But Matthew Tomlinson was a real person who lived and worked in Salford, and John Hamer was a real druggist and chemist. We have people who come in like visitors who actually recognise from when they lived in Salford walking past. So this year is the first time that Lark Place has actually ever changed its setting. So it got brought forward in time to 1918 through funding from the Lottery Heritage Fund. So we've been able to turn it into the last year of the First World War because it's a centennial this year. So for Christmas at that time, obviously there was rationing in place, and that was when it started coming into effect. But they still wanted to celebrate Christmas for the soldiers coming home, and especially because it was a month after the armistice had happened and the war had ended, and there was a cause for celebration. So there was still decorations and there was still Christmas celebrations happening, but there wasn't necessarily as much as there would have been in the wealthier years. So every item that you see in there is part of our collection. So we have a really big social history collection. And the advantage of having the street is that we can put those objects out, and they're sort of in the context that you would have seen them in. So, we've got like old Oxo cubes, and we've got old Cadbury's adverts and things like that. And we've got great bits of social history, like one of the original sashes from the suffragette movement, and also one of the speaker's pins that we've put into the cottage in there. So we've got loads of old toys that we found in there, like throughout 60s, 50s, when the street was being made and things. We did ask people to bring in their old objects if they wanted to give them to the museum.
So it's from Salford residents?
Yeah, it's great for families, kids love it. We've got activities on the street for them to have a look at, but also it's great for people who are looking to see what Salford would have been like, especially in 1918 for this year, but also because it's the same buildings from Victorian times, to have a look at what Salford used to be like.